Hey YouTube, I want to do a video about things that I've seen recently on my travels in Latin America and also on articles that I read. And basically, I think Latin America is sinking very fast right now. You look at a lot of countries like Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras are in big trouble. A lot of the South American countries, Brazil, Venezuela, they're in big trouble. Ecuador had the big earthquake. And it's they're all interconnected, and then the more each one goes down, it's causing more and more the other ones to go down as well. I mean, how long will it be before Colombia goes down too, right? I mean, Venezuela and Brazil, which are bordering it, are already pretty much collapsing. So I mean, they're under the same sort of influence as those other countries. So how long is it until they go down? And then when they go down, that's going to cause others to go down, and the ones that have gone down to go down even further. It's just like a chain reaction. Obviously, in Brazil, they're having a big political crisis, and it has a lot to do with commodity prices going down. In Venezuela, I just read an article. They said that there was a huge food riot. Two people just got killed. 5,000 people just rioted, and they're declaring May the official month that there's a food scarcity there. I mean, how long is it going to be until there's a famine? Not only that, then in Central America that I just traveled through, I went there, El Salvador, and there's just murders. There's so much insecurity and murder. It's a nice place, but people are friendly, but at the same time, it's extremely, extremely dangerous. And I'm sure everybody's heard about all of the children, the Central American children, that have been going up into the States, and then they've been getting amnesty basically. But maybe what you haven't heard of is that before it was relatively easy for them to travel through Mexico, but not any longer. There's tons and tons of checkpoints. For example, like me coming from Tapachula up to Mexico City, I went through maybe 10 checkpoints. It's military, immigration, and they're very serious, and basically they're saying now for Central Americans to get through Mexico, it could take like a month or 2 months, and that it costs maybe $4,000 just to go through Mexico, and then they have to pay more. But basically, whether you agree with it or not, it's very difficult for them to get out of Central America now, so it's putting a lot of pressure. Where before they could escape into America, they're extremely poor people, and also a lot of the gangsters are coming up into America. Now they're all like trapped down in Central America, and the murders are just going up, and it's getting crazy. And then El Salvador has some kind of like death squads, like the military is really cracking down on the gangs, and then the gangs are like escaping into Guatemala and Honduras, and basically it's just spreading like a cancer. Each when the gangs like spread over there, they bring their mentality with them, and they recruiting other people, right? And then can you imagine like if Trump wins, which I think there's a good chance that he will, and if they build the wall, it's going to put even more pressure on Mexico. And like I'm not judging it either way, but I'm just saying this is the reality of what's going to happen. And it's going to put a lot of pressure, and it could cause like revolutions, wars, famines. I mean, who knows? It just seems like Latin America to me, from what I've seen with my own eyes and articles that I've read, it's in big, big trouble in the years to come. What do you think?